Hi, this is Sarah from My Power and Other Paranormal Queen, and today I have my BookTube-a-Thon Wrap-Up. I read a total of, I don't know how many books, I think five. We'll just go through and count as I go along. So the first book I read during the BookTube-a-Thon was I Heart You, You Haunt Me by Lisa Schroeder, and this originally counted for the name challenge, but I realized that I didn't really understand the challenge, and it was supposed to be the same last name letter, and I didn't, my first name, oops. Oh well. But anyway, I'm still counting it because I can, and I only own one J book, and I didn't really realize that at the time, and I didn't really feel like reading it even though it was short. But I really liked this one. It was really quick. It was in free verse, so I sped through it. I read, oh, and this also counts as the book that I didn't let go of challenge, because I read this in 2 hours and didn't take my hands off of it. So I give this one about 3 stars. It was good. I liked it, but I didn't love it, and it wasn't anything special. The next book I read during the BookTube-a-Thon, it was this one. It was Gerard's Beauty by Marie Hall. Actually, I've been reading that book for like 2 months, but I just decided to finish it, so I picked it up and I read like the last 50-ish pages, and I'm counting it because you know what, I read something and I finished it, so that counts. I don't know what challenge it counts for, but it counts. So that's 2 books. The third book I read during the BookTube-a-Thon was Alice's Adventures in Wonderland by Lewis Carroll. I have a really tiny baby edition, and here's the thing. I love the concept of Alice in Wonderland. I wasn't a big fan of the execution for this, so I give it like 3.5 stars. I love like Carol's prose in certain parts, and then others I was just, basically I get that I'm supposed to feel as confused as Alice, but I don't want to feel confused forever. And like when I was just reading about all these animals, I was like, what's the point? Basically there is no point, but still, what's the point? So 3.5 stars. Oh, and I gave Gerard's Beauty, I think, the same thing as Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. And then the next book I finished was Backlash by Sarah Durer Littman, and this was the challenge of recently acquired books, and let me just say, I highly recommend that anybody go and pick this one up. This one, it looks really girly, and it is girly, but I think guys will definitely enjoy this. I mean, it's about cyberbullying, so I definitely think that it's a message that everybody needs to read about. And I was very surprised by this one. I really love the concept of it, and I'll probably talk more about it in my August wrap-up because I'm planning to start doing wrap-ups finally. And yeah, 4 stars for this one, definitely. The next book I finished was A Game of Thrones by George R.R. Martin. This counts for the blue on the cover, and let me just say, I loved it. I was one of those people who actually was like never spoiled for Game of Thrones, besides the most recent character death on the TV show. But yes, I was not spoiled, so I definitely didn't know anything about Westeros or the characters, and I loved it. It was amazing. I definitely hold it up there with Harry Potter and Outlander. It's definitely behind those books, but it's up there with them. And I plan on continuing the rest of the series very soon, so I'm excited. And then the next book, I didn't finish it. I'm currently reading it, but I started it last night, well, yesterday afternoon. And that is Love in the Afternoon by Lisa Kleypas, and this is a reread for me. And I got about 235 pages in, so I mean, it still counts for the BookTube-a-Thon because this is my mom's favorite book, and it's one of my favorite books, and I felt like rereading it, especially after finishing Game of Thrones. I just wanted something less intense, and I think that this is definitely the way to go because Lisa Kleypas is just, I mean, how could you not love the Hathaways? These are like my favorite historical romances ever. Like, I gobbled them up. I love them so much, and this one's great. It's not my favorite, but I definitely love it. So, those are the books that I read during the BookTube-a-Thon. I feel like I did pretty good. I there were days when I didn't read a lot, or I didn't even read at all, so I think that finishing all the books that I did finish was great. I'm really proud of that, so thank you for watching. Hope you subscribe to my channel if you like my content. Comment down below and let's start a conversation, or link me to one of your videos. Bye!